Comment ça va? Je m'appelle Christophe, and welcome back to another episode of my Top 10 Answer series where I answer your most frequently asked questions. In today's episode, I will be covering part 3 of your What is my nationality question and focusing primarily on my French heritage. In parts 1 and 2, I cover my Haitian and Jamaican culture, so if you haven't seen those episodes, you can check it out at the link above. Now, as I mentioned in episode 1, my father is Haitian and French. My grandmother being Haitian and my grandfather was French. Unfortunately, both of my grandparents have since passed on, but my grandfather was a prominent medical physician in France and made many significant medical advancements to the point that his legacy continues to live on, strong and proud. Most of the family members on my father's side either speak Haitian Creole or French. My grandfather spoke only French and very little English, so it was a little bit of a language barrier, but I grew up learning French, and so I did my best to communicate with him. Nonetheless, we were very close, and I always felt extremely loved, despite our lack of communication at times. I have a lot of family that resides in France, primarily in the cities of Nice, Montpellier, and a small town in the country called Pompignan. I have been very fortunate to visit France several times throughout my life. We traveled a lot there as a family when I was growing up, but my last trip I was only 18 years old, so it's been quite some time since I've been back. I took a trip with one of my favorite uncles, Uncle Laurent. We had such a blast. We went to visit family and we actually stayed in the town of Pompignan, and we saw my step-grandmother, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, and we had such a great time just having good food, conversation, lots of laughs, and just enjoying each other's company. Definitely one of the top 5 trips that I've been on in my entire life. I had such a great time and I'll never forget it. For me personally, being French just has a certain je ne sais quoi. For example, the language is so sophisticated, and as a Romance language, is celebrated as one of the world's most beautiful languages. Now, because I'm not able to practice in my day-to-day as much, I've lost a lot of my ability to communicate in French. I can understand better than I can speak it. And for those of you that have actually seen my interview with my film Ladybug Anne, who is from France, I hope going forward that I'm able to practice with her a little bit more and get better at my speaking skills. If you haven't seen that episode with Anne, you can check it out at the link posted above as well. France is such a beautiful country. It's very picturesque landscape is why so many people travel from all over the world to visit. Everywhere from the countryside of Le Provence to the vast landscape of the French Alps, all the way down to the gorgeous coastline of the French Riviera. France holds a lot of cultural significance in the world and plays a major part in things like art, history, architecture, fashion, and even wine and champagne. France is known for some of the most beautiful architectures like the Notre Dame Cathedral, the Eiffel Tower, and Mont Saint-Michel. France is also one of the global leaders in the fashion industry, with Paris being considered the fashion capital of the world. The French people are prim and proper, and they hold themselves to a very high standard. And trust me when I tell you that a lot of my family falls in that category. In particular, my aunt Yannick and my uncle Laurent, even my dad, they are always so well put together, well dressed, and just really, really elegant. Anytime I see them, they're always dressed to the nines and so debonair. The food. Can we talk about the delicious French cuisine? Everything from their freshly baked baguettes, croissant, my favorite, is a chocolate croissant, chicken confit, steak frites, quiche Lorraine, croque monsieur, croque madame, French onion soup, salmon en papilote. Gosh, getting me so hungry just thinking about it. There are so many beautiful vineyards where you can go and taste the delicious wines and champagnes. As I'm sure you know by now from watching my previous episodes, I love music, and French music is no different. It's very soothing and calming, and I just really enjoy listening to that music, especially when I'm doing any kind of work or having dinner, enjoying a good meal. France as a country, as well as the history and the people, have made such significant marks on the world with things like the French Revolution, Impressionism, and has really helped to shape so much of the world's culture as a whole. I mentioned this in my previous episode, part 2, but I'm really grateful to be of so many different cultural backgrounds because I feel like it makes me more interesting and allows me to have different experiences and just share in different parts of the world. And so I'm really, really grateful that I come from so many different backgrounds. There are so many different cultures that make up our world, and I'm just really grateful that I am able to share the different sides of myself and my heritage with every single one of you. Stay tuned for new episodes of my Top 10 Answers series every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you haven't seen my previous episodes, go check out the playlist and binge watch all the episodes. That's honestly the best way to get to know me more in depth and answer some of those burning questions that many of you have. You can also check out the support links in the bio description here on my YouTube channel. That's where you can find the links to join my memberships. You can also find the link to my self-published book, my short documentary, my GoFundMe in support of completing my full feature, as well as the link to my new merch line. Thank you all so much for watching all the way through to the end. That really helps increase my watch time, and it's a lot of support. I'm so grateful to have you all here with me on my channel, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next episode.